Hello, this is Anjana Meenakshi for the News Minute. We have been covering the Andhra Pradesh elections for the last few weeks. And today we are here with Congress leader Mr. Pallam Raju, who is contesting from the Kakinada Lok Sabha seat. And in this context, we thought we would ask him questions relevant to Kakinada, what is necessary for his parliamentary constituency, and also generally about the Congress party, not just in Andhra Pradesh, but also across the nation. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, Anjana.
So, let's just start off with something the Congress has been very confident about, not just in Andhra Pradesh, but Lok Sabha. Winning the Lok Sabha elections in general is something the Congress, the India Alliance seems very certain of. Where is this confidence coming from, especially because the incumbent is a very, very strong party?
As couple of factors. I think during Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, it was very apparent that the kind of support that he was getting, that there was a lot of distress in society. There was a lot of disparity in terms of wealth distribution and in terms of the benefits being enjoyed by the people. And all those biases came to the fore and in support of Rahul Gandhi. That was the first indication. Mm-hmm. And then, as recent surveys have shown, unemployment has been at the highest in so many decades. Similarly, I think people are worried about price rise. These are certainly factors that swing an election. And I think despite all the hype that the Modi government has been creating, there's been a lot of shortfall in terms of, setting people's lives right. And that is even more apparent when it comes to the wealth disparity and, access to opportunity. So, given all these factors and given the strong sort of socialist manifesto that the Congress party has projected to the people, I would expect that people should be convinced about voting for the Congress party and the India Alliance.
Okay, so now Congress has a strong base in Karnataka, in Telangana, even in Tamil Nadu they are allied, so they're doing well. They do decently there, but Andhra Pradesh has been a different ball game. People were very angry about the bifurcation of the Telugu states, and that's a Congress-led anger. So what worked in Telangana's favor may not necessarily translate in Andhra. But how do you see the Lok Sabha elections in Andhra Pradesh for the Congress?
Yeah, since about a year, I could see that there's been a comparison that people in Andhra Pradesh have been doing about the Congress's rule between 2004 and 14 and the subsequent two governments of Telugu Desam and Jagan. And, we would hear very often that the Congress rule was far better. Now, in order to convert that into a vote for the Congress party, it takes time. You have to have the party mechanism. And what has happened in Andhra is both the Telugu Desam government and the Jagan government have been very, very vindictive about anybody stepping outside the line and supporting a rival party. So that was the main reason why we could not build our worker base. But despite that, the goodwill is apparent. And to answer your question specifically about the Lok Sabha vote, when I go around and campaigning, I can see that there's a swell in the traditional vote bank of the Congress returning to the Congress for the national vote especially. And they're saying at the national level, we want the Congress. So that is a very heartening thing. So that is a very strong perceptual change that I'm seeing since 2014, 2019 till now. And I'm confident that most of it will translate into a vote.
Okay, so now let's speak about your constituency. You have been an MP from Kakinada Lok Sabha constituency thrice now, for the 19th, 14th and 15th, am I right?
Yeah, 9th, 14th and 15th.
9th, 14th and 15th Lok Sabha constituencies. So now in this capacity, when I first came, my camera person told me that Kakinada is a pensioners hub and it's the very, very good, healthy lifestyle. But I also visited the SEZ yesterday and I've spoke to workers and local leaders who are complaining about how the Kakinada SEZ has been completely mismanaged with. So what exactly went wrong? It was set up by the Congress government. UPA won, right?
No, what happened? It of course a private enterprise. And during UP1, the special economic zone projects were, promulgated by the then Commerce Minister, Mr. Kamal Nath, and this was one of the SEZ that was identified. So I will not go too much into history, but what happened was land was acquired in two mandals. I think it was close to 10,000 acres. And then, of course, people gave up the land in anticipation that industry would come up. And the original promoters who took over the land, they could not come up fast enough with the industry that was expected. Then it was given to the GMR group. The GMR group were a little more proactive, and they tried to bring in some industry and they did a little bit of social work. But still the industry wasn't coming. The serious employable, things were not happening. And then the Divi's lab came, said that we would put up a pharma unit. And then there was a lot of uproar from all the shrimp hatcheries that were along the coast, because they felt that the pollution that this pharma unit was going to create would affect the brood stock and other ecosystem that is for which, which is dependent for their industry. And so there was a lot of protests, and I think every politician, including Mr. Jagan, who went by, attacked the SEZ, saying, nothing has come. They would always attack the sitting government, but they never did anything to bring industry, a serious industry into it. Of course, after Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy has come, Aurobindo Pharma has come. So Aurobindo Pharma and Divi's are the two pharma units that I see that is happening in that area. So as a person who has represented the area and who is concerned about the area, I have been the only voice, the only consistent voice, saying that I think the purpose with which the land had been acquired should be fulfilled and that industry should come here. That's what I have been saying. So, and I hope that that realization will come soon.
Okay. So, this is about the SEZ, right? And 22 kilometers away is the deep water port.
Yes.
So, the issues with the deep water port, mainly what I'm given to understand is that a lot of the exports and imports which was taking place there with soya bean, with rice, with palm oil, is now not happening there anymore. And in fact, it's been shifted to the Krishnapatnam port in Nellore. And that is an Adani controlled port. So how has this affected employability and just general lucrativeness of the Kakinada seaport?
No, I think KSEZ has been doing a good job in terms of, Kakinada Seaports Limited, in trying to attract new commodities that could be shipped out or imported from the Kakinada port. And I think that's what has sustained the deep water port, along with the traditional anchorage port which exists and is still operational. Now, as is happening all over the country, I think there is a push to give more business to the Adani ports. So I am not surprised if some of the cargo is being diverted to the ports that are owned by Mr. Adani, and that naturally affects the local, the economy here in terms of employment and the revenue that the port was generating.
Has the business of ports changed majorly in Andhra Pradesh? Would you say so?
I'm not aware of the other ports, but what has happened is two ports have been taken over by Adani. One is the Krishnapatnam port, and the other is the port close to Visakhapatnam. Forget the name. Wadrayu port, I think. Yeah, both these ports have been taken over. And, if you see the figures, there's been an increase in terms of business from other ports being diverted to these two ports.
Okay. But how do you think there has been, so if we have to speak about Kakinada as a constituency itself, or even just the district, would you say there has been more development under the TDP or more work done under the YSRCP since the bifurcation? Because I think that is the chronicle everyone's looking at now, since 2014.
No, I mean, I don't think governments have contributed so much to the growth that has happened. There is visible growth, especially when I'm campaigning after 10 years. There is visible growth, and I can see that things have changed a lot. There is prosperity. But that's not because of government intervention, but it is because of the local enterprise. And,
you wouldn't say either of the state governments have helped?
I don't see. Mr. Chandrababu Naidu had been successful in attracting industry, like say Kia Motors that came to Rayalaseema area, and he did his bit to improve the electronics industry around Tirupati. Those kind of initiatives he was taken, but he had failed on the welfare front. I think there's a loss of credibility to him on the delivery on the welfare front. As far as Mr. Jagan Mohan Reddy is concerned, I think he's taken the debt of the state to an astronomical low in terms of, what was 4 lakh crores of debt has become now 11 lakh crores. Very unfortunate, and there's no assets to show for it. But what I blame both the governments is that they have failed in realizing the Polavaram project, which is a national project. And I think that would have added so much of value to the state's economy. Similarly, they have failed in pursuing whatever was due to the AP state in terms of the reorganization bill, in terms of the special category status of other things that were supposed to come. So on the major things, they have certainly let down. They've been a failure on the delivery on that front.
Lastly, sir, do you see Congress gaining a stronghold over the next few years in Andhra Pradesh, especially because everywhere I spoke to people from the other parties, they said that there is too much resentment against the Congress for the bifurcation of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Do you see Congress getting stronger? Is that sentiment still there?
Like I said, since a year ago, people have begun comparing what the Congress did when we were ruling and what has happened subsequently. So I can see that only strengthening. And the bifurcation and the pains of the bifurcation are the things of the past. Whatever was due to Andhra Pradesh in terms of creating a new capital, in terms of special category status, people look forward to that. And I think the Congress has been the only party which has been consistently saying that we will bring special category status to Andhra Pradesh. We stand by it. In fact, it is also included in our national manifesto. And, I think the prospects of Congress are very high in the coming years.
Okay. That was Mr. Pallam Raju, the former MP and the current MP candidate from the Kakinada Lok Sabha constituency. Thank you so much for watching the News Minute.
This election season, your right to choose puts you at the heart of it again.
We'd like to be your eyes and ears.
Choose the journalism and media that serves democracy and you.
Simply head on to newslaundry.com/subscription and pick up the TNMNL joint subscription of your choice today.